Welcome to Real Talk with Victoria White. Where real experiences create real impact. We are here again with another personality to share his experience, his story, real life experience. So here with me is Oluniyi Awoniyi. He's here to share with us his experience in the UK because he's an immigrant that moved from UK to Canada. So we want to know what it takes, what is like. He has been in the two different countries, so he's in a better position to give us a real story like, is it better in Canada? Or do you advise people that wish to move to Canada to move? Or we just want to understand what the experience have been like. So thank you for coming on board on Real Talk with Victoria. And we are so excited to hear from you. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. So we'd like you to introduce yourself a bit. Let's know a little bit about you before we proceed.
Okay, good morning to you and good morning to everyone. My name is Oluniyi Awoniyi, as said earlier. Uh, I don't know what else to say, but actually, I've been living in the UK for like 3 years, but sometimes around September last year, I relocated down to Canada. So it is not because Canada is better or UK is not working, or it's part of the plan. And we thank God we are here, and God is helping us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So moving forward, we just want to know what motivated you to move. I know it's part of the plan, but there must be something that motivated this plan. So what is that thing that motivated you to move from the UK to Canada?
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I've been getting these questions from almost everybody, most
Yeah.
especially those people, those of my friends in the UK, asking, "Oh, bro, what's the problem? Why do you have to relocate?
Yeah.
You want to go and start all over again?" And
Mhm.
it's been a question I've been answering endlessly.
Yeah.
However, the whole essence of moving here is not because of any other thing than the fact that it has always been in the pipeline. Even before I moved to the UK,
Oh, okay.
I had always wanted to live in
Canada.
Canada. I've
Mm.
even started my application process before I left for the UK. So it was when I got to the UK, I now said, okay, I think it is now time for me to go and, revive that idea. And that was actually one of the major reasons why I had to, move down here to be able to fulfill that dream. And also the second reason is because I see that it's, for me, more flexible to settle here with my family, and most especially coming from the angle of my children. I actually wanted to expose them to a kind of multilingual environment. So
Mm.
that kind of French English speaking part of Canada
Yeah.
also motivated that idea. And I think those were the two major reasons that brought about the move.
Mm. Okay, so it's been in the pipeline. That's you've even started the process back in Nigeria before you moved to the UK.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay. It's not like UK was treating you badly, right? All
No,
right,
not at
I get it now. That's nice. Having been in a multilingual country,
all.
yeah, that's another addition to for the children, especially they'll be able to speak French, understand
Yeah,
French, and English fluently. That's
English.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say you were emotionally prepared for it, right? Emotionally
Absolutely.
prepared, yeah. Logistically, how was it with the children?
That's the biggest, part of the whole move, because I could remember coming to the UK. I came, alone, not with my family. So
Yeah,
it was more of like, oh, flexible as a guy. You can always, carry your bag and say you want to move. But when
yeah.
you moving with your family,
Hmm.
wife and children, it's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of responsibility, most especially as a man, that you need to invest into the whole project. So it's a very, very big challenge for me as a person because it was not easy looking at the financial implication, looking at the all what we have actually had in the UK, trying to like
Uh,
dispose them, and it's not something that is that easy. So we have to
yeah.
like start giving them out to friends, for free and everything. So,
Mm,
but the whole essence of everything for me as a person, I don't see it as a challenge because it is like you rightly said, it is what I've always, prepared
contact.
for. And
Yeah.
I knew it was going to come sometimes, in
In the
the
future.
process of my,
Mm,
journey there in the UK. So I found it interesting and we just faced it and we conquered it.
mm, nice. So, what was your impression when you got to Canada? What was your impression about Canada? Like before you got there and what you got there and what you ordered versus what you got. What were your impression in your head? How Canada is like? I mean, have you traveled before, like on vacation to Canada to have a brief stay in Canada before? No.
Absolutely not.
So this was the very, very first experience. So there must be some culture shock. Some so what was it? What was it that was that thing that hey you didn't plan for? Or generally not just what you didn't plan for. I mean what you anticipated and what you got. So what was it?
Okay. Yeah, for me, I'm the kind of person who actually usually I don't, preempt anything that I want to do. I don't look out for something out of a particular system. All I'm focused on is okay, my personal goal and how I'm going to achieve them. So once that is taken care of, whatever the system throws at me, I'm always ready to welcome them because I know that no matter how juicy a society could be, you never, expect anything less than
Hmm.
where you are coming from. But one major thing that shocked me when I came over was the transport system over here.
Hmm.
The transportation system here is kind of like, because Canada is a huge society.
Yeah.
The only province that we are in, Ontario, is bigger than the whole of Nigeria.
Hmm.
So the transport system over here is not what I really expected, most especially coming from another advanced country like UK.
Yeah.
UK really, really, they invested a lot into the transport system.
Yeah.
When you come here into Canada, even when you stand, at the bus stop,
Hmm.
like in the UK, you can stand and wait and see, look at the dashboard, and you know when the next
Next bus is coming.
bus is coming. But here,
Yeah.
you just have to stand there and you keep waiting until,
Wow.
yeah. But the only thing they do is at the bus stand, there is a code that is, on the bus stand. You
Hmm.
text that code to a particular number, then you know when the next bus will arrive. That is their own
Hmm.
system here.
Okay.
Unlike in the UK, you just get there, oh, the next bus is coming in
It's
the
coming
next
in the
five
next
minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, because here they invest a lot into you using your own personal car. That
Yeah.
is, yeah, that is what they focus attention. But aside from that, I don't expect much from the system. Like the way we're built from Nigeria, we are independent person
Yeah.
and we have always like, to play by that rule. So that is just but above all, Canada is a beautiful country.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, this is a very great trait you have there. Like, it's not everybody that have such personality, like such belief system.
Yeah.
I won't say your wife have the same, neither your children. So how are you able to carry them along? You can withstand any storm, but how
Yeah.
are you able to carry them along? I'm sure there are a lot of talking and motivation in the process because
I
I know.
must be sincere with you.
Imagine.
It's something that is not easy, most especially like I told you earlier, as a man, you can always decide today and you swing into action tomorrow.
Yeah.
But when you have people that you need to talk to, that you need to even before moving down here, there have been a lot of talks around it. And are you sure of what is going to be the prospect and all that? But my own consolation is always that the truth of the matter is when you believe in God and you know that you put your trust in Him,
Yeah.
whatever you move, and He has promised that whatever country we step our feet on is going to possess it for us. So
Yeah.
that has always been my personal mandate and conviction. So
Mm.
it is not that before you move, there's a job waiting for you. There's somebody, a billionaire waiting for you over
Mm.
there. So
Mm.
there is always a teething period that you have to go through in life. Even
Yeah.
not even when you move to an advanced country. Back in Nigeria, you relocate from Lagos to Enugu, you have to face some challenges,
Of
not to
course.
talk of coming from, that long distance of about 24 hours from Nigeria, 7 hours from the UK. So you just have to be prepared for whatever challenge that comes with it. So it is not going to be all bed of roses. So those are some of the, the motivating talks, the discussion around it that, like we used to say that it will always be well.
Yeah.
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 But for
That's
the
faith,
children,
faith at work. Yeah.
yeah, the only thing for the children is, oh, daddy, what about my friends in the UK?
Exactly. The children adapt very fast too. Even
Absolutely.
you, they before you know it, oh, they're
Yeah.
into the system.
Now,
So
if,
you're
if
still,
you ask them, do you want to go back to the UK? They'll say, no, I have my friends here.
they've gotten new friends.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's great. That's great. So I've been hearing a lot of stories about difficult to get accommodation and the job search. So how was it for you? Did you get this prepared on time before getting there, or you just landed and hit with the process? How did it go?
Don't let me lie to you. It is big here when
Yeah.
it comes to accommodation. Those two, concepts you mentioned,
Mm.
accommodation, job search, it
Yeah.
is very, very competitive.
Mm.
And when I do a kind of comparative analysis between here and the UK, I see, I could still see some areas of leverage in the UK other
Mm.
than here.
Wow.
Here, they are basically fixated on the fact that you must have a credit history
Mm.
before you get accommodation. And for the fact that you are coming from the UK, you cannot transfer your credit history from the UK than here.
Yeah.
So that is one of the major challenges.
Mm.
So above all, accommodation is not easy here. It is very, very, when we came, we stayed in Airbnb for a month. It
Wow.
is very, very expensive.
Yeah.
So, and for you to get accommodation here, you must be working, so because they will need your employment letter, and as I then, no nothing.
Okay.
So it's, and you must have credit history. You must, or you have somebody who is going to referee you. To all
Mm.
those things were not there, but you know, luckily because I'm the kind of person, any platform I belong to, I always make noise. So
Mm.
it was from there that somebody just reached out to me to, bro, I'm moving out of my current apartment. If you like it, come over and check. And
Oh.
so, and when we met with the landlord, he was nice. He saw us as nice people, even not having lived with us, but he just was convinced,
Oh.
without asking for all the other conditions that we have to
Meet
fulfill.
up.
And
Yeah.
that was, after 1 month in Airbnb, we just have to move into where we are currently. But not everybody found it as easy as that.
Yeah.
Another thing is for the landlord to also be convinced, must be ready to
Mm.
go beyond thought. Like instead of you paying 2 months rent, you have to be committed to, okay, I will pay you 6 months rent ahead and all that.
Mm.
Yeah. Then the next part is the job hunt. That one is
Yeah.
it is unlike in the UK. In the UK, most especially, I'm here as an international student. In
Mm.
the UK, it is easy for students to easily get something doing. Maybe you want to work in warehouse, factory,
Yeah.
or
Or
some
the
care
healthcare.
homes.
Hmm.
Yeah. But here, everything, if you want to sweep, you must have a certificate to sweep.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Everything. Yeah.
Really?
That
Wow.
is the way it is designed. Like I
Wow.
was like, oh, I worked as a support worker in the UK. I didn't even need any experience,
Yeah.
not to talk of having a personal
Certification.
support certificate. But here you must. you must have that certificate. And it's not a certificate that you say, okay, let me go and do one online course and you submit.
Mm,
Online course, we have a lot of online courses that we have done, but they are not enough. So you have to go back to school to go and do a certification which will last for about 6 months or about $10,000 before you start, doing a personal support to work at that job. So aside from that, so that also, but the easy part of it is that if you have somebody who can refer you, that makes it easy for you.
easier. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's easier when somebody say, "Oh, I know this person has been this, has been that." So they tend to believe in you than you coming or applying on their website. So that is, those two part of it, and that's one of the major issues that Canada is currently facing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So wait, you have to go to school for it. Like, how long does the school last for?
Yeah, depends on the school, but the minimum I've had or seen is 6 months.
For real. So that
Yeah,
means, yeah, there's no guarantee of you, except through referral, of you getting a job in the next 2, 3 months of your relocation.
it is not
Wow.
guaranteed. It's not a guarantee. It is
Hmm.
not. And another thing is, many employers are always looking for people who are committed to full time.
Yeah.
So if you are committed to full time, your status allows you to work full time, then it is easier, in
Hmm.
a way that you can get
Hmm.
something doing. But for students,
Student,
the
it will be
moment
difficult for the student. Yeah.
a lot of opportunities are there, but once they hear, oh, you are just 24 hours, oh, no, 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 no. They don't want to invest into you. And they know that, oh, as a student, once you graduate, you want to move to bigger, space. So
Space, yeah, sure.
they will want to invest or start any discussion with you.
With you, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot. So, oh my. So, what would you say about the cultural difference in between UK and Canada?
Okay. Yeah,
Cultural
I know.
difference.
Looking at the culture, where both of them are Western culture, but the truth of the matter is there is an iota of difference between the two of them. Back in the UK, once you come out of your house, you step on the street, you begin to see people. You
Yeah.
understand? You see people, you talk to people, you see, people are everywhere in the UK.
Yeah.
Or here, there is a kind of as in the UK, more social life, are available in the UK.
Are you for real? This
I, I,
UK.
I know you'll be shocked when I say that. You
Oh
see,
my
like
God.
this same UK,
This
yeah,
one UK that everyone is crying out. Depression, loneliness. Oh,
UK still they learn. So
eh?
that is it. In the UK, we have that, but here
Oh, network.
you come out of your house, you
Okay.
step onto the street, you don't see anybody.
Hmm.
You don't get to see anybody. You are just on your own on the street. And and that is one. And for the fact that many people work from home, so
Yeah.
because I begin to ask questions, see, this thing started since after the COVID outbreak,
Okay.
that they have to like push people back into the
Into their
house, start
houses.
working from home. So
Yeah.
that is a major challenge that people are facing here. And
They are
aside
yet they
from
are yet to recover from it.
I get to absolutely.
Mhm.
So that is one of the major issues. Here there is a lot of loneliness, a lot of isolation. You are just all by yourself. So that is a major issue over here.
And I would say the climate condition will be a factor to read too. I mean, everybody will be like, please, not in this snow, not in this cold. So, talking
Yeah,
about climate factor, can you tell us how is it there? What's the climate factor structure like? What's the
that is
climate
that is
factor in the UK,
yeah,
in Canada? And
that is another huge difference.
yeah,
But for us, because we've lived in the UK, at times when they are saying, "Oh, it's cold," I feel like, "Oh, are you really sure it's cold?"
mm,
But the truth of the matter is, when you check the weather for the day, you know that it's really, really cold.
cool.
Yeah, because just like yesterday, when before we went to bed the other night, everything was fine. But by the time we woke up in the morning, get the children prepared for school, when I opened my window, I saw the snow was like very high. In fact, I've never seen that before in my life physically. So And because I didn't even check my email, I had to take the children to the school, all, only to see that there was no school. So only to now when I just saw somebody and the person said, "Oh, bro, there's no, you have to go back home." So I went back home and checked my email and found that they have sent
An
email that
email that no
yeah,
school.
the government has cancelled schooling for that day and all that. So you can just decide this is what you want to do today. And by the time you wake up, you have to change your mind that oh, you won't be able to do that again because of the weather. So the weather is big here. In fact, where we are is one of the hottest, and it can go as long as minus 21 degree. So
Mm.
that is, and we have some other provinces that they can have like minus 28. And
That
it's
is the hottest. Minus is the hottest.
yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
So it is always like that, but you just have to be prepared. Like I said earlier, but you have to be prepared for everything.
So is it so that means anytime there's such there is snow like that, government school is being cancelled for that day. Do they
Yeah,
make up
yeah, yeah.
for it like make a transit to online for that day or
No, 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 no. Nothing like that. Once there is a kind of like public declaration,
hmm,
all the children have to stay back in their house because they believe it is not safe for them to come to school.
yeah,
And because everywhere will be, it's just like even well, I have to come out and start, shoveling the
it's snow.
doorway to remove the snow. So there's nothing like cover, there's nothing like that because they believe oh, they are still young. They don't uh there's nothing they can cover up for them. So, but for maybe people in the university, they can
Mm,
move you onto online classes. But I
yeah.
believe if the snowfall is extending beyond 1 or 2 days, there
Mm,
may be something like online classes and stuff like that.
okay. Wow. So what like that's for students. How about those working in that kind of snow? How would
Yeah,
they go to their job? How do they go to work?
yeah, that's one of the issues I mentioned earlier. Many people work from home, and for
And
those
for
people,
those that are not working from home, that you
yes,
need
because we
to
still have some, yeah,
report.
people
Yeah.
who cannot work from home, like people in the healthcare sector, people in the
Yeah.
manufacturing industries, and all that. But once there is something like that that will keep people from going out, I
Mm,
think it only affects the children most because there will still be transportation, there will still be everything. But if you are driving, you have to be cautious, when you are
yeah.
driving because you cannot drive the way you want to.
Mm,
Even public transportation as well. So people will still be able to go to work. It is not
okay.
restricting them from going to work, but you
Okay.
need to exercise caution.
Caution.
Yeah, because even
Mm,
when you are walking on your feet, you still have to because snows can be slippery. So those are some of the, dangers, accident, people falling off, and those are things they want to like avoid. So if you must go out, you must, exercise
mm,
that caution.
mm, mm. Okay. So will you say the Canada system is welcome, more welcome? In fact, between the two, which one is more welcoming?
Yeah,
Like,
for me, I feel Canada is.
mm,
Because right from when you get to the airport, you'll be hearing that welcome to Canada, welcome to Canada. It is written everywhere. And I see it's a kind of society that welcomes immigrants with open arms because they
oh,
believe Canada is more than 70% immigrant. So, in fact, at times it is difficult for you to see the real natives, the real Canadian people. All you see is international people. Even the
mm,
church we attend is an international church. So
mm,
you see more of Black people, Asian, more of, the Caribbeans here. So
mm.
in terms of welcoming, I think I have seen that even when you don't want to talk to them, they want to talk to you. You
Oh,
understand? Even when you are on the street, you are catching cold, you are shivering, and
mm,
somebody is in front of their house, they say, "Oh, hello." They always want to say that. I think the system is more welcoming, And when you talk about, the work setting, it's a
Yeah.
kind of system that encourages work-life balance. They just want to like make sure that you are feeling good, you are okay, your welfare is taken care of, and
Mm,
so that is why I think because looking at the UK is the kind of hierarchy is more pronounced over there than here. Here,
mm,
nobody cares. Everybody just do your work and you'll be fine.
mm. And you when you meet people will say hello, hi. Unlike
Absolutely.
here, they'll just walk past like,
Everybody is on their own. Yeah. So here they just want to say hello. They just want to greet you. So that
yeah.
is the way it is.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, what else can you give? In the
Honestly, you
yeah,
need it. You
just be
really need it.
nice. Everybody needs to be nice to each other. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Oh,
That's
that's
true.
nice. Okay. So moving further, what's the health system like comparing it with the NHS in UK? What is it like in Canada?
Hmm. Healthcare.
Mm,
Well, for me, the healthcare, like I always say, no two societies are the same.
yeah.
However, in Canada here, for you to be able to enjoy the healthcare system, the insurance concept is more pronounced here than in the UK. So for you to be able to enjoy the healthcare system, you must be on a particular health insurance. It will
Mm,
help to subsidize your healthcare cost and everything.
mm,
Like moving to the UK, there's this IHS everybody pays, and
page.
once
Yeah.
you pay that, yeah, you can access public health facility.
Yeah.
But one other thing that I discovered in the UK is that if you go for medical, checkup or medical attention or consultation for any health issues, most of the medications prescribed, you have to buy it by yourself.
Mm,
I don't know, maybe it was just me, but most time when I go to the hospital, they just give me the prescription, go to pharmacy and you have to pay.
you have to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
Except
you.
if for
It's
the
not
children.
just you. A whole
Okay.
lot.
Yeah. Except if it's for the children. But here, once you have the insurance, you are covered
Mm,
for both medical treatment, consultation, any diagnosis, test, scan, whatever. Even your insurance covers your medication. So, and if the facility where you did your medical test or whatever is
mm,
unable to accept, they will say, okay, don't worry, you can pay, but you have to go and claim your money back from your insurance company. And I've done that a couple of times. you
mm.
know yeah, maybe they don't have a relationship with your healthcare insurance. You will
Okay.
pay at that spot, but they will give you a note that you can use to claim your money back, and
Mm.
that's the way it is. So, and another thing is, it is highly competitive. You can wait and wait and wait, but I know in the UK you wait longer. Because I remember that times
Especially in
I've
the
gone
A
to
and E.
the
Yeah.
A&E. Yeah, I was there for almost 24 hours.
Mm,
But here, when I was like, before I came, they always say, healthcare is very, very, competitive here. But when I came, I discovered it's not as, pronounced on social media or what you read online.
mm.
So, yeah, but if you don't have your insurance, you are going to pay through your nose.
Oh.
It is very, 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 very costly. So
So
I
this
just advise
insurance,
everybody.
mm.
Yeah, you said?
So this insurance, do you get it from your company where you work with the
Uh,
organization you work with, or how can you um assess the insurance?
Okay, it's in two ways. For us who are immigrants, even before you leave where you are coming from, you should have got your insurance, just like we paid for IHS from Nigeria. So before we
Mm.
came from the UK, I've already paid for the insurance for the four of us, because right from when you are on board, the insurance start counting. But if you
Wow.
don't have it, if anything happens while or you are, flying, nothing
Mm.
will cover you, and you have to be ready to pay. So that
Mm.
was my first. So I had to pay for everybody for the insurance. So that insurance covers us as we are here, just for 1 year. After 1 year, you renew. But if
Mm.
you start working, your company or your employer,
Mm.
if they have healthcare coverage, then you can also, use that
Utilize it.
service.
Mm.
Yeah, it also covers, you and your family. So it depends on which one you are using. But for us currently, we already subscribe to a private insurance, and that is what we use.
What's the cost like?
Yeah, the cost per person is around $700 per year.
Oh, that's fair. And
Very
you can
fair.
access every health
Absolutely.
care.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
that's fair.
It is fair. Compare if you don't have it,
Mm.
you spend more.
Mm. I
Even on
mean,
a
why
single
risk it?
visit,
Mm.
yes,
Because
on a
anything can
single
happen.
visit,
Health, you can't
you
predict.
can finish all the $700 on a
Mm.
single visit. By the time you say, okay, go and do this test, go and do this scan, go
Mm.
and do this, go and do this, even
Yeah,
medication alone. Because I remember my first visit, I spent close to 400 plus. So I was now imagining, what if I didn't have this insurance?
insurance.
So that's the way it is. So
Oh, so
it's fair.
yeah, so the advice you give to people if you're coming to Canada, try and get that insurance sorted before landing. Otherwise, you're in for a
Yes.
big deal. Wow.
Yes, you get it. I
Mm.
remember a friend told me she fell sick right from the airplane. It
Hmm.
was a case of emergency. Everybody, luckily, they were about to land when
Mm.
the incident happened. So they were just running from ETA to SCATA.
Mm.
And because she's covered already, so it was easy for her.
Easy for yeah.
So if you don't have it like that kind of emergency, the cost of ambulance alone
Yeah.
from the airport to the hospital and all that,
Mm.
and emergency cases is always hyped, you understand? So
Yeah.
you pay through your nose. So it is advisable, just get your insurance. Although we are not used to that system,
Mm.
most especially from our culture back in Nigeria, who
Yeah.
you have.
Mm.
Everybody is on their own. But when
Yeah.
you when you are moving to an advanced country, you just have to be prepared for
Yeah.
everything because you
Yeah.
never can tell. Most especially you have families with
Yeah.
you. So you just
Yeah.
have to be covered.
Wow. This is quite inspiring. This is informative. I mean, a lot to know about before moving to Canada. So
A
my
lot.
take home here is like when you're going traveling to anywhere, it doesn't even matter if it's another country or another state within the country you are, just don't expect too much.
No,
Like my brother here, don't expect too much. Just
no.
keep your mind, keep your expectations on the low so that whatever you get will be like, oh, you'll
Addition.
be grateful for it. It will be an addition.
Yeah.
So thank you
I know
so much.
that actually, sorry to cut you off,
Mm,
that actually happened even while I was in the UK. I was having discussion with one of my colleagues, and I discovered this lady was always like maybe
amazing.
see me like I'm on benefit. So at a point we got talking, and I told her, I said, see, she was asking me, oh, do you have this kind of facility in Nigeria? I said, there's nothing like that in Nigeria. Okay, do you
Mm,
have any kind of benefit system? I said, the system in Nigeria does not have, benefit system. So we don't even know about it. Everybody
yeah.
works and caters
And
for
by
themselves.
himself, yeah.
So as I'm here in the UK, I'm all by myself. I work and I feed my family. She was surprised,
Yeah.
started apologizing. So I told her, I
Oh,
said, see, even me, I don't even want the benefits. All I want is
exactly.
if I'm qualified for a job, let me have it. I will work and take care
Yeah,
of my family.
that is it. That
Yeah.
is
So
it.
if you expect too much from a particular system, you might be
Mm,
disappointed at the end of the day.
yeah,
So
yeah.
just be yourself and hope for the best.
True, true. Oh, thank you so much. This is real life story. Wow. Real experience. Thank you for indulging us into your experience. And we will be back to this is not the end. We will be back. We'll just take a short break and we'll come back for more inspiring story from you. Thank you. See you
You're
soon.
welcome.
Yeah.
All right.